Hello there, and welcome to Introductory Physics online course. My name is Perry Nerem, and I'm a lecturer of physics at Old Dominion University, and I'll be your instructor this semester. If this is your first time taking an online course, don't worry. It's my first time teaching one, so we're in this boat together. Hopefully I didn't frighten you away with that, and I promise I am extremely qualified to be teaching you this semester. I have a master's of physics, and I'm currently writing a thesis to earn my doctorates. So please do not address me as Dr. Nerem. I'm not one yet. I still need a few more months before I can earn that title. But most importantly, I have years of experience teaching courses like this and similar. And what matters most to you is that I'm the guy who is ready and waiting to answer all of your questions. So, format, information you need to know. I have office hours Mondays through Thursdays every week, and you can reach me either in my office in person. You can find the details on Blackboard and on the syllabus. Or you can reach me online, and we'll use a WebEx is what you're going to look for. And once again, all those details are online to connect to me that way. And lastly, you can always email me. I'll be always ready to answer your emails in a timely manner. You midnight, 2 a.m. lurkers, maybe I won't get to you for a couple of hours. Now, in terms of this course, I appreciate that a large percentage of you are here to fulfill the degree requirements, and that physics isn't exactly your cup of tea, and a lot of you may even be dreading this course. I hope to convince you of the importance of physics, and I want to share my enthusiasm with you. Every problem we have, or every problem that we'll tackle, has a logical structure, and it's my goal to get you to learn how to approach these problems. These tools, these techniques that we're going to build up over this semester are powerful, not only in terms of this course, but in terms of any future study you have, being able to tackle these problems. So with that, I have a couple of comments, and I'll try and keep this brief. It will feel like there are a million equations you have to remember. Honestly, I only remember a handful of them. Trig expressions, kinematic equations, Newton laws, energy conservation. After that, they're all just derivations of that. However, my experience has taught me that most students prefer to think of physics as an equation sheet. Pull out the equation sheet, check it, boom, done. If you prefer that mentality, let me recommend one thing. Make your own equation sheet every week, or have one that you update, and write it out by hand. Don't just find one online, download it, and print it off and use that as a reference sheet. I mean, write your own equation sheet. And as you're doing that, think out loud, or write on a separate sheet of paper what the physical quantities that you're writing down mean. It'll help you remember these expressions, and it'll help you when you're problem solving or you're under duress trying to remember what does this P in this expression mean versus what does this N in this expression mean. Writing this down multiple times a week will help you get comfortable with that. 2, don't be scared of the math. We'll be going over a lot of algebra, setting up equations, solving for unknown quantities. If you find yourself struggling with the math, please contact me immediately. There are plenty of resources out there to help you, and I will get you to those resources as quickly as possible. Number 3, units matter. Units matter. We are measuring physical quantities, and we use these units to distinguish and help us keep track. And lastly, it's a really useful trick if I know the quantities that I'm measuring, checking units to see if I'm doing my work correctly. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you are trying to measure the breaking point of some fishing wire. Here's my joke fishing wire. And I apply some tension to it and stretch it out. Well, how many newtons, that's the unit, newtons of force can my wire handle before breaking? So let's say the problem gives you that this wire can handle 10 newtons of force. Well, then you grab your equation sheet, check the numbers, plug things into your calculator, and boom, you get the answer. You get the number 13 as your final result, and you plug that into Mastering Physics, and it tells you that your answer is wrong, but close. And then you proceed to bash your forehead into your keyboard because you don't know what's going wrong, you're plugging things into your calculator correctly, but Mastering Physics is telling you wrong, Physics is dumb. I hate this subject. Let's move on. Come to me with that kind of problem, and I tell you to just check your units. Turns out when you got 13, you calculated 13 kilograms per second squared. I hope later in the semester that makes a bit more sense to you, and I'd say that is almost a Newton. You're missing a distance term, and it turns out you forgot when you're calculating how many newtons of force this wire can handle, you forgot to take into account the width of the wire. All of a sudden, you plug in the width of the wire in your calculator, boom, get a new answer. Master in Physics haps it. Hooray, yay, we're happy we get to move on with our lives. So, fourth thing I want to say, don't blow off this course. A video lecture may be 40 minutes long, but it's going to take you more than that amount of time to digest this information. I recommend giving yourself a designated time every week to work on this course. I'll do my part to keep poking and prodding you along, but it's ultimately your responsibility to keep up with this class. Finally, ask questions. I love working on physics problems, and I love working with you, and I absolutely mean that. So, with that, welcome again. I look forward to learning a lot with you this semester, and I hope you have a lot of fun.